am Maria Erica Arbungo from Group 2, B Ed 2C. I am to present the learning outcomes of cognitive domain from level remembering up to the level of application. Cognitive. Topic: Investigate project in biological science. Remembering. Recall the characteristics and functions of the parts of a plant cell structure. This learning outcome is appropriate for this category remembering because students were given the task to observe how a plant cell works. So they must retrieve previous information that was given to them prior to the task. Understanding. Explain the biological importance of plant cells as a part of the biotic component of an ecosystem. This learning outcome is appropriate in this category understanding because students must realize and internalize how vital a single plant cell is to the ecosystem. Application. Demonstrate the knowledge of how organelles in a plant cell work together. This learning outcome is appropriate in this category application because learners must have the knowledge on how plant cell organelles work together as they can apply this on any future situations.
Good evening everyone, I am Desiree Ibaragay, and here is the continuation of the level of category. In cognitive, they are assigned to do with the given topic, investigate project in biological science. So analyzing, break down the importance of plant cells, of how it contributes to the ecosystem. This outcome fits in analyzing stage since plant cell is not that familiar for us. Not knowing that it's very important because they are the primary producers of non-autotrophic organisms rely upon as a source of nutrients and organic matters. Plant cells also are important commercially because it produces compounds that have medicinal and industrial value. Next is evaluating. Investigate how helpful plant cells is. That makes a reason to study all about this. This fits in evaluating since we know already the importance of plant cells, and we need to do next is to test how it's really helpful with our own naked eye. Last category of cognitive is creating. So, propose a plan on how to value this tiny particle in ecosystem called plant cell in order to protect and preserve it for good living. This fits in creating stage since we already understand and know how important plant cell is to the ecosystem. Therefore, we need to propose a plan for it so that it will be protected and be preserved for both living of plants and humans. On behalf of Maria Erica Bongo, I am Desiree Ibaragay. You're the first reporter of Group 2, and thank you.
Topic: Table setting, psychomotor domain. Imitation stage learning outcome. Watch the instructor performs the basic steps of table setting in order to know how to perform it correctly. This outcome fits in the imitation stage of psychomotor domain since this will let learners observe and follow what has been demonstrated by the instructor or the more skilled and experienced individual. Manipulation stage learning outcome. Execute the basic steps of table setting based on the instructor's instructions. This fits in the manipulation stage since this will make students perform a series of actions by following certain instructions. Precision stage. Demonstrate how to precisely set a table with proper etiquette and procedures within 10 minutes. This fits in the precision stage as it is concerned in performing a skill with an expected level of precision within a given time frame.
Hi, I'm Rosalie, and today I am tasked to formulate a learning outcome from the topic table setting under the psychomotor domain and the receiving and responding levels of the topic developing and nurturing honesty under the affective domain. Let's start in the articulation level under the psychomotor domain. The learning outcome that I have come up with is create your strategy to set the table swiftly to meet the standards required by the housekeeping industry. This suits in the articulation stage as it will enable students to create an initiative for them to execute a skill harmoniously and to meet what is required. Next is the naturalization, which is the last stage. Perform the basic procedures of table setting naturally with no single mistake. This fits the naturalization stage since this is concerned with performing a skill naturally, that it would look like the students possess the skill and are already used to it. Moving forward, let's go to the affective domain and in the first level, which is called receiving. The learning outcome that I have come up with is listen attentively to the discussion. This suits in the receiving stage since the students are merely receiving lessons and are listening to what the teacher discusses. Next is the responding level. Participate during discussions by sharing experiences about honesty. This fits in the responding stage since this outcome responds to the stimuli and not merely listening to it, since students will be able to respond by sharing their experiences.
So, I am assigned to discuss the level of affective domain, which is valuing. The learning outcome of this is propose a good example on how to develop and nurture honesty. This outcome fits valuing since the topic is develop and nurturing honesty. It refers to the behavior and valuing on how the students places value on behavior, and it is also under the affective domain that talks about emotions. So next is organizing. The learning outcome of this is emphasize the potential consequences of being truthful. As an individual, we must to emphasize as being truthful because it means that we can grow and mature, learning from our mistakes. Truth matters both to us as an individual to the society as a whole. In Bloom's taxonomy, organizing, emphasize and comparing, relating, and synthesizing values. So, from the topic, students will emphasize the potential consequences of being truthful. The next level is internalizing. This outcome shows honesty and upholding the truth through role playing. This outcome fits internalization since being honest can increase the confidence of learners and help them in develop more positive personality.